everyone, and welcome to another video. Yes, I know it's been a while since I've done one of these mass gain series, but here we are. We're still pumping, we're still trying to get stronger and bigger, and today we're gonna train some back. So as always, after a good warm-up, we're gonna start with a light set. Just really practice the movement, make sure everything is in the right place, your hips, your knees, your lower back. Focus on squeezing the shoulder blades together. Yeah, and you can do like 15, 20 reps. As you can see, it's like 7:20, so it's quite late, but it doesn't matter. We're here in the gym. We have to do what we have to do in order to get the results. So no excuses. Okay, so one of the things I haven't used in a while is some chalk. I find it very useful, especially as the weight gets heavier, and I'm still trying to do the exercise without the help of straps or any aid. So actually having some chalk gives it a little bit of extra grip. Okay, time to get a bit more serious with the weight. Now I have these as to help me with my grip, so I can lift more weight without dropping. And yeah, I guess it also helps me to put more emphasis on my lats without as well engaging my arms too much. So I think it's helpful to a certain point where, of course, if you can do it, just do it. Try to get stronger with like a medium to heavy weight, but once you go heavy, and then your forearms will fail before, then I would say this is very helpful. So 120 kilograms, let's see what we can do. $130 kilograms, this is the heaviest we're gonna go today. Time to get ready for war. This is the set that's gonna separate the men from the boys. So one thing which you won't be seeing me do that much today is a pull down. I will do a little bit, but not a lot, because I have a little bit of a shoulder injury, but it's not really a shoulder injury. It's more of like a bicep injury. I'll explain to you in a second. So there are certain movements, especially like a upright position, basically, I pulled the bicep tendon somehow, which inserts here on the coracoid process. So every time I bring my arm in this position, yeah, upright, up and down, then I feel like a pinch. So shoulder press, pull downs, especially with like a medium to heavy weight, I just can't do that. Pull-ups. So I'm doing more rows, and I'll do a little bit of pull downs, but primarily just like lightweight. I'm just really focusing on the muscle. 36 kilos. So with this exercise, even though it looks more like a row, the fact that you're leaning forward, you almost get to a position of like a lat pull down, like that. So it gives me a similar stretch. Not very similar, but kind of similar stretch, which I would get like a normal lat pull down. Another thing I can definitely do is basically just pull with one arm, and I'm gonna go a little bit heavier on the left one and lighter on the right one. advantage with this is that obviously my left arm is a little bit weaker, and even when you look at my lat spread, my double biceps, definitely smaller. So you can actually focus better this time on the left side with more weight, and hopefully that will make my lat catch up in a better way. I'll give you another view from the back and actually see how the muscle is contracting. We've done two great exercises back to back, but which targets more of the outer lats, middle lats. Now we're going to try to hit the lower lats. So that's why we are doing the low rows. We have the V-bar. We start with a medium weight, and we're really going to try to focus on squeezing shoulder blades together and activating that area around for the Christmas tree. The reality is we all have one side which is stronger than the other, and primarily if you've done a sport at some point in your life for a very long period of time, and especially if you use one arm or one leg more than the other, then it's going to be imbalances like 100%. Every single person, every single sports person I came in contact with, myself, every other person, will have these problems. So gotta make sure that you balance it. That's why I was saying, okay, when one is injured, don't stop training, keep going. And even on this day, I could just work on fixing that imbalance. So that's why I chose to do a little bit more heavy on one side, a little bit lighter on the stronger side, but the injured side, and it will help with balancing. And it will always be a problem, but the more you do it, just the better you become. And that's how it works. So even with this, it's quite interesting to see how my arms are working, how my back is contracting. And most of the time, I will notice in the video that my left side is a little bit weaker, but I'm just trying to focus as much as I can, get that mind-muscle connection as sharp as possible, and that's how I'm going to be improving. Oh, Raz, that's it. 66 kilograms, that's all you can do. I know how many times I've done so much weight, 100, whatever, just because, I can do it. But if you can't do it, that doesn't mean you always want to do it properly. So I learned my lesson long time ago. It's not about how much weight you can do. It's about how you do it. Are you feeling your muscles? Are you contracting? Are you stretching properly? Otherwise, you're just shifting weight. You're not working your muscles. So what do you think is going to happen, especially if you don't have good genetics, how I don't have for my back? You're going to get zero results. Okay, so with this machine and with this angle, I'm really going to try to hit my upper back and kind of like outer lats. So with the bend over rows, I was trying to bring the bar over here, whereas with this one, I'm going to go wider. I'm going to try to move, I'm going to try to squeeze the shoulder blades together and get in that upper back, like rhomboids, traps area. This one lower. of the reasons why I like this exercise, because it's obviously a machine, and a lot of the times people will mess this exercise up because they allow their elbows to go down and they're going to target the stronger muscle, whereas here I want to target my upper back, I want to target the weaker muscles and the smaller muscles. So the weight doesn't have to be heavy. Make sure it's heavy enough, but not too heavy, so you're going to do the mistake of bringing your elbows down. So just try to keep the same angle throughout the exercise, because otherwise you're not going to target the right muscles. A good stretch. The next and the last exercise for today is one of those exercises which you don't really want to do, but you know you have to at the same time, because it's so important for your overall strength. Yes, we are speaking about the lower back. Kind of a bit boring, I would say, like doing your core. Not really the biggest fan, but at the same time I know that it has to be done. So as always, I'm going to do the 777, and every single time I change my arm positioning, which is going to be a little bit harder. Alright guys, so the session is finished. It's time to show off the physique, do a bit of posing and see how my back is looking. Quite interesting myself, because I haven't, let's say, stripped down for a while to check my back especially. So yeah, let's see what we have to work with. Alright guys, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you watching this. If you got to this point in the video, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope your training is going well. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm really happy to help everyone watching my content. So as always, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.